Okay. Hello, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would love to be yours. You can go to my webpage. I'm going to make this just a little bigger so you can see it, hopefully. There. Stamping Round, you can go right here, Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, that's stampinup.net. I also have a Facebook page that's called Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. And you can also go there to see more things, that more videos, and just find out a little more about me. If you are interested in placing an order, if you go to my web page, that will show you our products and allow you to place an order. You also could sign up to do a party, which we call a workshop, or if you would like to also join my team and take advantage of some of the perks of being a demonstrator, you can sign up to be part of my team at that same spot. Okay, so all right, thank you for joining me. To pull back out here. Whoop, maybe went the wrong way. All right, the stamp set I'm using tonight is called To the Moon, and I'm also going to be using the Give It a Whirl dies. This die set is does make an interactive card, and I will show you I'll be showing you that in just a moment. I just wanted to show you, okay, in our catalog on page 102, that's where you would find the stamp set. It is $17, and as you can see here, it has like the moon, it has the different phases of the moon there, it's got this moon, this big star, these, and then some different sizes of stars, and then like this little kind of small constellation. It says, "More thanks than stars in the sky. Enjoy this new phase of life. Love you to the moon and back. Congratulations, and always reach for the stars." Okay, now I forgot to just gotta find it here. It always looks a little different in the catalog here, and here it is. And then this is showing you on page 163, this is showing you the dies. You get 21 dies, okay? And they did show, here, this is this is a card that they made using that die set. Okay, they put it with the Stellar Birthday. Okay, now I did make some cards yesterday, and I showed on my Facebook page, Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I did show that, so if you are interested, you could go and you can take a look at that video. I'll show you quickly the cards I made. This one was a pretty simple one. I just started with just the big large moon and Love You to the Moon and Back, and then I thought maybe it'd be nice to add some stars, so then I did a second one and added some of these little stars. Okay, then I did a thing with the stars, with those like medium-sized stars, and then I filled in with the littler stars, and just always reach for the stars. Then I did this one, More thanks than stars in the sky. Okay, and I added these bigger stars as well. Okay, then I wanted to play with this. Now, on here, the stamp itself is actually straight. Okay, but what I did was I curved it, because when you, and I did have it curved, and now it uncurved for me here. I'll just show you this, and I hope I can get it curved the way I need to. I may have to play with it a minute. But this is how it comes. But you can, when it comes to photopolymer, you can curve I also curved this sentiment, enjoy this new phase of life. Okay? But right here, so I just wanted to show you that you can do that, and we'll go back straight when you take it off the block. All right, now this is the card. I'm going to make a card similar. The colors will be just a little different, but I wanted to play around with this and see if I could do that on here. It maybe isn't quite as, but the way that it is set up is that it does actually have spaces for like 3. So like if you wanted to cut this size, which is what I did, see 1, 2, 3 of those fit. So it just but I played around with it, and you can see you don't necessarily have to have just 3 things. You can have it kind of overlap, all right? Because once you cut it, when you cut it, there's an impression there. It's hard to see it, but there's an impression from this bar from the die. But when you stamp on it, see, it doesn't. You don't necessarily notice it. I had to really stop and look at it to see it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did this card, but before I do that, I just want to show you some of the different elements. Like this is what makes this base, the base right here of the top. Actually, this is the top. This cuts out this section that turns around, and then wherever you want your window to be, I happen to use this one, but I could have turned it this way more if I wanted, or even more like that. You know, or I could put it upside down. It's wherever you want. You can. The one thing is that there's like a little one like this. That would put a mark on your card, and then you just line this up with that, and then you move it wherever you want it to be. Okay, they also have a circle or a heart that you could also do the same thing, cut out some hearts, cut out some circles. Okay, and then they have some other extra things. They have this, if you doing the circle, they have this, and you to make a fancy little edge to cover the edge of the circle. Okay, they have some other hearts, different sizes of hearts. They've got some stars, some clouds, these little circles, this, you know, some banners that, like, if you want actually a square, if you wanted a square, you could do a square like that, a rectangle. I know what shape it is. and then they've got these little arrows, which I did not happen to put on there. These cut an arrow, a tiny arrow out, so that you could, you know, show the arrow to turn it. Or if you put these in, they just put marks in. They just like cut, like, see how this has like that little line? It'd be like that with the arrow at the end. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did this card, and I think I need to just make sure oh, see, this doesn't, the other day this stayed so beautifully for me. Now today it's given me a little bit of a hard time, but let me just see here. I want to make sure I have it about, actually, wait a minute. That looks like it might be all right. And then that one side's all right. This other side I'm not so sure about, so I just want to, and that might be okay. So maybe just a smidge more. So push those down. All right. So with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I'm going to show you how these pieces here, how to cut this out. Okay, so this time I'm going to use a bumblebee card base. I'm going to do, and this is Misty Moonlight. I better make sure this is over where you can see it. Let me move a few things here. Okay. So this one is going to go right there. Now, and you can see there's quite a few other videos from different people who have made other cards with this. At some point I probably will do some more. Tonight I'm just going to do this one card. But they have a lot of different tricks and tips. Because see, I don't know how well it shows up on there, but this has a little impression from that bar, and there's some different suggestions on things you can do so that if you don't like that, that doesn't show up. Okay. Whoops, I'm knocking everything all over. And then I'm going to cut our circle. I'm hoping this is showing up okay for you on camera. Whoop, 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 I moved it. And set that there. Okay, now what I'm going to show you on here, this is how I did the one on the first card. I'm just trying to think if I wanted, I think I'm just gonna show you how I did this, but I could cut it if I wanted it more like, have it more like this and have the star, have them over there, and maybe then even put a star here, you know, or if you really liked it down here, you could also do that and put your sentiment up here or down below. All right, it's just really just whatever you like. Maybe I will try this a little bit off to the side like this, just to give it just to be just a little different. Okay. And see how I like it. All right, so that'll give you, and then there's that. Hopefully, hope you can see everything. It's hard with this big thing here, but anyway. Then the other thing I did, and I'm going to do it again here if I can find is what I chose to do, because I wanted to break up I had a blue base and I wanted to break it up a little bit, as I did, oops, probably over too far. Did this color, and how I did that I'll just show you, and if I decide not to use it, or you could also do it with white. What did I just had the, oh, here it is. I took the base and I just cut the bottom out. Okay, except I need it. It'd be helpful if I put it so it will actually cut it out, but anyway, there's that. Here's this. Okay, I think that's all the cutting, so I can move this. Oh, it's up a little higher than the other one, so I'm going to trim that off a little bit. Oh, I wasn't paying as much attention to the other one. I kind of lined it up right here. I just lined it up really like that, just below that. So here's this. So I'll just use my trimmer, and I can just see there. I just cut it along. There was like an impression. I just cut it along the edge of the impression. All right. So I'll move things so hopefully I don't lose anything. All right. Oh, and then my stamp does not want to stay tonight. I don't know. Maybe this isn't as clean as it should be. Let me just try it. Try cleaning everything off here and see if it makes a difference. Okay. All right. So basically I want the middle, these three do fit kind of in that middle, the middle window by, or in the middle by, yes, wait, it's, okay. These three fit, like those three will fit right in here pretty well, okay? But I do want them curved a little bit because it's going to be on a circle. So I'd hoped this would have stayed the way I wanted it so that I didn't have to play around with it. I could just stamp. But hey, must be someone needs to see me fussing with it here. And then what I did was I just, okay, so I'm going to want these just a little, actually I'm going to move the middle up a little, up closer to the edge. Put this down, put that down, this down. Okay. That down a little bit, this down, this down. There, does that look? And then I just kind of tried to see, does that look about right? And when you, the impression on here, and I'll just use a pencil so you can kind of see the impression from the die. Just with the light, it's hard for me to see too. Like there's an edge there, okay, and then here's, I just want to do the inside of these, because there's really like, because there was 3 arms, and I just want it, because once I get this, if I can get this lined up properly, those 3, see, I don't want it above this, I want it a little bit below that, and I want those 3 between these 2 lines so that it comes out, so just about like that. All right, so I'm going to use Misty Moonlight, and what I may do is, just to be sure, I think I'm going to use my a piece of scrap paper here first, just to make sure it does look the way I think it's going to look. I do that a lot, just sometimes when I'm trying to work things out, sometimes just to be sure it's doing what I think it's going to do. Okay, so then, yeah, that should be okay. Good. All right. So let's try this again. Oh, and this is, I do want to have my Stampin' Pierce mat underneath, because I do have some padding here. You just, when it's photopolymer, you want a little, some padding underneath. If you don't have something like this, you can buy one from us, or you could even use a mouse pad, or you could use a magazine, just something that has a little give, so that you can give you just a little better impression. I'm just looking now, see, where's my pointer here? Right between, right here, between these 2 there and between these 2 there, I'm going to try and line up with those 2 lines and make sure that this is down a little bit below that. So there, there, there. Okay, and that's right there, and that's below that. Okay, now, and I also may put a little mark, well, this is here, and that's there. Okay, the center line, one of the arms is there, but for this other one, it's not going to matter so much. Oh, there it is. I'm like, oh no, what did I do? And again, I'm going to make sure that this looks like I got it lined up properly. And that one is a little more, let's see. Just because there's so many words to try to get it in there, I think that's going to work. So let me just make sure it looks like it's lining up. Yeah. It just fits, actually. All right, and again, I want to, that's the center there. Get my head up here so I can see what I'm doing, and think that should be about right. There, that's a little better than the last one. Now I'm just going to erase my pencil marks here. Okay, so there's it. So it's not really, and if you were doing 3 different ones, like if you like one in each of the little sections, you still might want to mark the section so that you have whatever you're is lining up in there where you want it. But okay, I think that one's a little better than my first one. Yay! All right, now to put it together. I did not worry about the inside today because I'm focusing on how you put this together, but I would then, you know, put another piece of paper in here with either I could put another sentiment, or I could write a note like, congratulations, enjoy this new phase of life. It could be retirement, it could be you've graduated, you went to college, or you graduated college going on to a job, you're going on to, you're getting married, you're having a child baby. There's so many things. It could be a new job. You know, there's just so many things that would really fit. Okay, now how we put this together is you use a brad. Now I have some, these are just some brads I happen to have around. Stampin' Up does have a package of brads that you can get. Now they're in white and black, and they are little circles and squares. I'll just show you, and there's a couple sizes each right here. So see, black, the circle and the square, white circle and the square. If you have some brads, you don't necessarily need to buy more, but it doesn't hurt to buy more, right? We always can always use them. Then one of the tips that I saw was to help this to turn a little easier, because it give you a little bit, is to cut a circle. And I happen to have a punch that does 1 3/4 inches, or if you have a die, you could do the die. And really, I just wanted to just about in the center of this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Hope you could see that I did that. Just with my take your pick tool, the pointy end, I just made a little hole. And here it is. I thought I lost the brad there for a moment. And put this in like this. Now, if you wanted, you could put it through the front, but I really want it to have just a little more room there. And then you can put some dimensionals on here. I've seen people put 2 or 3, it doesn't matter, it's whatever. I put 4 on the other one. I was able to fit 4 on there, so I said, why not? Make sure that it gives it good room there to. Now, especially in this one, because this was over to the side, what I did was I just lined that up there. And then I just looked at where did I want this. I wanted to have it just about, even all the way around. Push that down. And again, line the circle up, this little hole up with the brad. There, okay? So, and then this also, you use dimensionals, and now, or you can even use the dimensional strips. I saw somebody use the strips all the way around. Other people just use these, and I used these earlier and they worked. But I can show you the strips come like this. So if you wanted, you would just put it like this. Okay. Now here I did want, actually here, wait a second, let me do this, because what I did on the other, I put 2 there, 2 here, and then I put 2 here that was just below. I made sure that, line this up again, make sure this is right. And actually, if you do it along the edge, I think it misses it too. But I just did a couple, like kind of up near the top here, just because I wanted it to hold it up. I didn't want, you know, to worry about the center kind of collapsing on it. Let me just see. Oh, in some ways I think that might be better. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. I'm going to put this one here. So anyway, you can do a combination like I'm doing. You can do all one or the other. There we go. Make sure I got this so that it's not going to be hitting on anything before I stick it all down here. Yay, it works. Okay. And if you wanted, you also, I'm just going to put a couple of these, you could also down this way. So I think that's going to miss it. It's the other way to look here. Oh, not that one. This one. So I don't know what I did before. It didn't, it rolled okay there. Anyway, like that. Just kind of hold that middle up a little bit. Alright, take these off. I'm being a little crazy here now. Calm down, Sonia. There. That. If I can get a hold of it, it doesn't want to come off. There. Maybe I'll just use this thing as it's giving me a little hard time. The take your pick tool comes in very handy. This, okay, get a hold of it. There, I got it all off. Now, make sure I got this the way I want it. Again. There, I think that's it. Uh-oh, I did something wrong. It's not there. Oh, what do I, oh, this is up too high. I see. Oh my goodness. Alright, here I can get it off. I'll just rip that part off. Silly, silly me. See, because I didn't pay that much attention because I was doing it a little differently than I did it before. Okay, let me make sure that's going to work. Now do I have it? Yep, there, there. There. So over here, it's over to the side instead of on the top of this one. There. And again, I could make the little arrows and paste them on over here. Okay, then this is how I did this before, because I just wanted to kind of hide this a little bit, or you could put an embellishment there. And this way, though, because the way I cut it, you can show just a little bit of the bottom, or you could even trim it down a little bit more if you wanted. Alright, so, oh, I left my other. Alright, so just adhere this on to this. Move this up a little bit maybe. The other one seemed to do really well. This one I'm getting it up a little. There. There. Anyway, then I just did congratulations, which I'm gonna do that in the misty moonlight. Hope if I can get this. And where's my, again, because you want a little bit of padding there. Congratulations. And I'm going to use this this is a bigger star. I'm going to do that in the bumblebee, kind of how I did there. If you want, you could have another, you can put another one on there. And then I used dimensionals on this. right there. If you wanted, you could even have it going like that. Something a little, so there. Both are just a little different. And then I used our, what's going on there? My computer's doing, all right. And then gonna use, let's do some more. These are our rhinestone basic jewels. And let's see. Guess I'll do 5. I did like the 5 on it before, so I guess that's what I'm gonna do this time. Maybe get a hold of it here to put it so it will go where I want it to, maybe. There. Okay. So that's how I made that. So it's kind of cool, I think, having it over to the side a little bit more. I don't know what you think about it. But there's 2 different ways that you could do that card. Okay, and if you and because on the, here's the box, or if you wanted, you could do a bunch of, you know, do the stars on there, and where did I put it? You could even cut out some stars, you know, to put on different places if you wanted, you know, and but because this one's about, you know, the moon and it does have some stars, you could really do something else, make it look more like you're looking up at the constellation, possibly. Okay, so there's that one again, one more time, seeing that go around. Okay, and then this one. So this is really my first time playing with this. So I will, I may do some more with it, a little bit, with, not necessarily with To the Moon, but I will be playing more with this set, with another die, with another a different set of, I don't know how I had that, but anyway, with a different set of, I can't even think, a different stamp set. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, and oh, here they are. I was going to say I don't have quite everything here, but they do all fit on here. I just got to play around with it and get it so that I can get it back on there how I had it. But anyway, so there's all 21 pieces you get in this. Okay, and again, that's called Give It a Whirl. Put up here a little closer. Give It a Whirl Dies and To the Moon. All right, so any questions, any comments, be happy for you to let me know what you think. And if you like this video, if you would please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, if you would click the subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. And it looks like these need to be up a little more there. And just kind of stick this like that, so that everything's in the picture. All right. And once again, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, and I will put my, I will make sure that my web page and my Facebook page information is in the information below, and as well as description on how you can put this card together yourself. Okay, so all right then, thank you so much. I will be back next Wednesday evening at 7:30. I do Facebook Lives on Tuesday mornings at 10:45 and Friday afternoons at 1:45. Be happy for you to join me there as well. Until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye bye.